My brothers and sisters, what is going on? Steel Sermon in the house, and this is just another take of mine for Steeler training camp, and I'm going to be talking about the quarterbacks a little bit today. As I always say, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. Links are posted down below in the description box. So yeah, in this take of mine, I'm going to be talking about the quarterbacks, mainly Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett, with training camp today, which was yesterday, so recording it today. Sorry, that's a little confusing, but you know what I mean. But anyway, couple of good things and a couple of bad things altogether. So overall, starting off with the more established veteran, in my opinion, because he had the first set yesterday. Mitch Trubisky struggled yesterday. Now, obviously, I'm gonna come on here just like I did with Big Ben when he was still on the Steelers, when he was our quarterback still. I'm gonna come on here, and when it is deservedly so, I'm gonna come on here and criticize. And when credit is due, I'm gonna come on here and give credit. Okay? And I'm trying to give Mitch Trubisky a chance here in Pittsburgh because I think he was treated very unfairly in Chicago. I think people are too hard on him, but I am going to tell it like it is. Yesterday, Mitch did not have a good day at training camp. He went 5 for 15 yesterday, including 7 straight incompletions. Now, I don't know how exactly those incompletions were. I don't know if he overshot the receivers. I don't know if he threw good passes to them and they just couldn't catch the pass. Whatever the case is, the fact is he didn't complete 7 straight passes. Okay? But he did finish a little bit better, going 3 of 3, and there were 2 wide open drops by, I think it was Benny Snell and Connor Hayward. So what's that tell you about Mitch Trubisky right there? Well, like I said, he's not the most talented quarterback in the league, that's for sure. He's not a franchise quarterback that's going to be here for the next decade or so, that's for sure. It tells you that he is competing for a starting job. Now, obviously, if these mistakes at training camp translate into the regular season, then we have a problem here. Now, here's something that a lot of you guys don't seem to understand about why I criticize quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are the position that I am the most critical of because quarterback is probably the most celebrated position in football. Okay? Do I get mad if Mitch Trubisky, has an incomplete pass? No. I get mad at him for being indecisive. Like say that Mitch takes a deep shot, 35 yards down the field, and it's incomplete. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is that if Mitch Trubisky, double pump fakes, or he rolls to one side and then throws across his body when an eligible guy is open and he ends up causing a turnover. That's the stuff I get mad about. Not if he's showing confidence by taking a deep pass 35 yards down the field and it's incomplete or it gets picked off. That's not what I get mad about, okay? As long as he shows confidence and as long as he shows that he, is not afraid to take a risk, I won't criticize him for it. But say he's at the goal line or something and we need 7 points or we are in a big deficit like we were against the Patriots in week 1 of 2019, and instead of being aggressive and going for a touchdown at the goal line, we kick a field goal. Mitch Trubisky double pump fakes at the goal line, and he ends up throwing an incomplete pass, or God forbid, he ends up throwing an interception. Defenses read that kind of stuff. And for those people that go you were never critical of Big Ben if he did it. Oh, yes, I was. I was absolutely critical of Big Ben when he did that. That was the number one thing that drove me insane about Big Ben. Because I know the type of quarterback he was. Everyone knows the type of quarterback he was. That drove me nuts, especially the later parts of his career where he was forcing passes into double coverage and he was being indecisive. My point is, 5 of 15, I don't know what that accumulates to. I don't know, the full context of it. But 5 of 15 to me, that's not a good day. You only completed 33% of your passes on the day. And like I said, if this translates to the regular season where we're going to see for sure what it is with these incomplete passes that Mitch is having, then we're going to know for sure. We're going to know for sure if he's really overshooting guys or if he's putting the ball right in the receiver's hands and they're dropping it. Okay? Because like I said, 5 of 15, finished the day 3 of 3, but Benny Snell and Connor Hayward couldn't catch the passes. Okay? So I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I absolutely expect him to do better. I think Mitch is a smart guy. I think he's a hard worker. I like his work ethic, but he has to do better, especially if he's going to start for us in week 1 and for the majority of the season. He has to do better. So that's the bad. Now the good. Kenny Pickett played really well yesterday. 6 of 9. He didn't do a ton of work yesterday in the second day, but he continued to show his athleticism. He continued to show his decision making, moving up in the pocket, stepping up, and he was able to find a couple guys in the back corner of the end zone. So yeah, Kenny Pickett had a pretty good day. I can't see the stats. I'm just going by what I see off of the website, so I can't see the stats. But Kenny Pickett, I like this guy so far. So far, it looks like he's beaten out Mitch for starting week 1. Kenny Pickett seems confident. He looks like he's just being himself because this is a lot of what he did in his final season at Pitt. The RPO type of moves, mobility in the pocket, athleticism, confidence, extending plays. And that is the type of quarterback that can benefit Matt Canada's system. Because like I kept saying all season long and even parts of the offseason, a Big Ben at age 39 is not the right quarterback for Matt Canada's system. A guy like Kenny Pickett, who's in his early 20s, fresh out of college, first season in the league, and a relatively new offensive coordinator, he might be able to be the guy for Matt Canada's system. Because we all know what Matt Canada's offense is built off of. Spreading the ball around, getting a run game going, RPO type of plays with quarterbacks. So Kenny Pickett, I applaud him. He had a great day at training camp, and I just hope that he continues it up. Mitch Trubisky, you got to step it up a little bit. Okay, like I said, I like Mitch. I think he's a smart guy. I think he's a hard worker, but he has to do better. That's all there is to it. Okay? And for those people, that sit back and they criticize me about, well, you're being too hard on your guys or you're being too hard on your players or stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. Okay? I'm just telling it like it is. I'm not overreacting about training camp. I'm just going by what I see and by what I read. And if a player does well, and if a player shines and he's doing great, I'm going to come on here and say that he's doing great. If he's not doing great, I'm going to say that too. It works both ways. This is exactly how I was on my old channel, and this is how I intend on being for the rest of my YouTube days. It's that simple. So, yeah, that's really all I wanted to say about Steeler training camp. I'm not going to get too heavy into Mason Rudolph. I want to look more into that. But going by what I saw from Kenny Pickett and Mitch Trubisky yesterday at training camp, Mitch needs to work on it a little bit more. Kenny Pickett, keep doing what you're doing. And I think Kenny Pickett now has a much better chance of being the starter week 1 because that's been a heavy topic of discussion here in Pittsburgh. And that's really all I got to say. Like I said at the beginning, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. Links are posted below. Steel Sermon, checking on out for the day. May God be with you all.